So hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Precious and this is Precious Touch TV. If you're just joining us for the first time, welcome. If you've been here before, thank you for coming back. It's always a pleasure to spend time with you guys. So today is the 1st of February and I'm so glad to be here. Like, I was just looking at a few days back and I was just saying to myself, wow, this is the fastest January I have ever experienced. The fastest, I must say, I have ever experienced. And we are used to January being very draggish and slow, but this January came like a whisk in the wind. So I'm very grateful to be here, and I'll be reviewing January as well as giving a few tips that can help us to go through February as we go. Please stay tuned. One of the things that I decided to do going forward this year was to embrace all the positive energy I can get, live my best life, ensure that I was doing my best, applying myself in different places, different ways as much as possible. Basically just trying to exhaust all my options, all the things I can control around me, leaving no tables unturned. And so far January has been pretty good. We thank God for consistency. We made a pledge this year to be consistent, and to an extent we've kept that pledge so far. We've been consistent with YouTube. We've been consistent with our Instagram posts promoting our brand for different things, and we've been consistent with trying to find ourselves as well. So the most important thing for me is the journey, embracing the journey, enjoying the journey while you keep discovering. So there are a few tips, like I said, that I'm going to be sharing with you that is supposed to help you to thrive through February in retrospect of January. So January was a good month, but in order to make February better, I feel and think that these are some of the things that can help us to thrive, because I'm inclusive. I'm not just talking to you, I am talking to myself as well. So stay tuned and I'll be listing them in a very short while. Guys, in no particular order, I'm going to be listing 10 things that I think can help you thrive in February. So in order to be more this February, you need to apply yourself in these areas of your life. Number one is live your life. So I think a lot of people do not realize that this life is theirs. Let's remove anything sentimental or otherwise from the equation. This life is yours to live. It's nobody's life. It's not your brother's life. It's not your sister's life. It's not your parents' life. It is not your colleague's life, your neighbor's life. It is your life. So you need to live it. You need to live it and stop living other people's lives or trying to fit in other people's picture frame. Then the second thing is try and be the bigger person. So we find ourselves in situations where we are always trying to prove that we are right, trying to show that we know better, trying to explain and get understood. It's fine. It happens. We are human beings. But I just feel that it will help you to move along quickly, whatever it is you want to achieve, if you learn to always be the bigger person. I, for one, have decided to almost always be the bigger person whenever I find myself in tight situations, and situations where I feel like we are spending too much time on an issue that we can easily do without. So live your life, learn to be the bigger person. The third one is give love. We cannot overemphasize the importance of love. Like, we cannot preach it enough. That is the one religion that binds us together in this world, love. You enter a bus with different people, with different ideologies, with different perspectives, with different religions, from different backgrounds. But the only reason why you guys are not strangling each other in that bus, despite the heat and despite the inconveniences in this country, is love. You might not really know how much you love somebody until you need to do something for them, or you need to control yourself from doing something to them. So like I said earlier, learn to give love. So the next thing you should learn to always give also is space. In as much as you are loving people, you are a people person, you want people all around all the time, you want to go into know what's going on in people's lives, people that you care about, you need to learn to give people space. And I've learned this over the course of the years. I've learned that my personal space is important to me. Your personal space is important to you. So most of the time, when you feel like people are not getting you or do not actually feel the urgency with which you are approaching them, maybe it's time for you to step back and just give them space. So give space. Space is very important. People need space sometimes to be able to show love. Sometimes when you are, cluttered with people around you, you do not value them and you don't value you. But when there's a healthy amount of space, then everybody can value everybody. So give space. Another thing is make know your friend. So I know some people will be thinking, but you're just telling us about how to embrace, being the bigger person, this, that. Make know our friend. How does this apply? Well, for me, I would say that most of the time we overburden ourselves with the pressure to always say yes to a lot of things. Yes to requests from people, yes to family, yes to friends, yes to societal pressure, yes to a lot of demands that we manage and handle daily as human beings. So make know your friend. Learn to say no. Learn to say no, not just when it's not convenient for you, but when you feel like you have put your you have weighed your options on a scale of preference, and saying yes is detrimental on the long run, or it's going to have a more adverse effect on you or on the situation than when you say no. So it depends on the context. The reason why you're saying no might not be the reason why I will say no. I might be prioritizing my health, you might be prioritizing your relationship with somebody else, you might be prioritizing your feeling, whatever it is. Learn to say no, because a lot of times we say yes to our own detriment, or we say yes even when we mean no, or we say yes even when we know we are not as capable of delivering to the yes we just said. So I think every once in a while you should learn to make know your friend. Okay, so a typical example is last week I had an event I was supposed to go to. In fact, 2 events. One was an enterprise event, the other one was a business event, the business and career fair. And I had put it on my calendar and said, you know what, I must go. It's Saturday in the morning. I'll go. I'll spend a couple of hours in this one. I'll dash down to the other one. I ended up not going at all, and I was very glad I didn't go because I felt better. I was able to rest, relax, spend time with my family, and just be. Sometimes that's all we need to do. That's all the excuse we need, just to be. So you're saying no doesn't mean you should become rigid or inconsiderate, but you should learn to know how to balance it. And if it means saying no, please practice and say no often. So another thing that can help you thrive in February is to be more deliberate. So I intend to be more deliberate in February. I don't want to leave anything to chances. As much as I can, I intend to control my situations, control my environment to an extent, control what I can control basically, and not leave anything to chance. Be more deliberate, apply myself more, have courage, and I just spoke about saying no. You should be ready to take no's as well. So that's how it works. The next one is to deepen your faith. Whatever it is you believe in, however it is you communicate with your inner self, you need to deepen your faith. It will help you to thrive, not just in the month of February, but even beyond. It's one of the things I'm working on currently, and I think that just the consciousness of it is a good place to start. Just knowing that there is a need for the deepening of this thing called faith is a good place to start. Another thing you can do is to declutter your personal space. So in as much as you are giving people space, also declutter your space. If you have a lot of things that you are holding on to, that are weighing you down, or that are holding you from moving to the next level, I think it's time you check whether you should let them go. Evaluate yourself, evaluate the situation, and just know whether, you know what, I'm tired of carrying this burden, let me let it go. Or just even deloading yourself of too much information. One of the things that I have done to declutter my space is to unsubscribe from different mailing lists. I have like 30 emails every day from different places, not work emails now, different information, different people coming to sell markets, coming to procure one thing, coming to propose one thing. And it is cluttering your personal space. It can be letting go of relationships that are not adding value. It can be even checking your clothes in your wardrobe and knowing which one you have worn in the last 2 years that you are still holding on to. Maybe it's time to give it out or to let it go. It could be giving out information that you are holding on to, or forgiving somebody. It could even be for me, it's going to be relieving myself of different mailing lists. I am subscribed to different mailing lists, and I don't even remember when I subscribe to all these mailing lists. I get like 30 to 50 emails every day from different people, and sometimes I feel like there's an overload of information because I always try to read everything. Oh, I have an email from ABC XYZ. Oh, let me read what's going on, what are they saying, what are they happening. And you find that you're just in a woozy. You don't know how draining that can be. So all you need to do sometimes is just to declutter your space. Then finally, you should attract and embrace positive energy. You know that Wizkid song that says bad energy go far away, make it stay far away. Like, I don't want to have any kind of bad energy around me in the month of February. We thank God that January has been smooth. We want February to even be smoother. So no bad energy is allowed around me, and I advise you do the same thing too. How do you achieve that? It's up to you to discover and find out what it is that is bad energy to you, because what is bad energy to you might not be bad energy to me. So some people like loud music, for example, and it makes them very hyper and ready to go, while for some other people it's just disrupting. It disrupts their flow, it disrupts their concentration. So using that hypothetically, find out what is bad energy for you and let it stay far away. Embrace and attract all the good energy that you can get, and see February become one of the most beautiful Februaries you've ever experienced. I hope that with these few points of mine, I've been able to convince you and not confuse you that February is going to be a beautiful month. It's going to be a fantastic month. It's going to be a phenomenal February. So guys, thank you for watching. Please share, like, and subscribe. This YouTube thing is real. We are doing it. I cannot hide how excited I am every time I get to talk to you guys. I get to share myself with you. I get to share my thoughts, my everything with the world, and it's amazing for me. Thanks for coming with me on this journey. See you in the next video.